On second down, here's Rodgers. He's got his rookie tight end. It's Mark Andrews. The numbers for him from a week ago. 6 catches, 54 yards.
And he was able to haul that pass in there, but he knows he's got a tough task ahead of him. This unit in the top 5 in the NFL against the pass. He's going to have to really work hard to get open.
On first down, Rodgers. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and then hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Rodgers to throw on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Well, it was third down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Now Rodgers to try again after the pick six. And Green with a catch left side. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and they're going to have a third down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Andrews. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. The 21 yards there as they convert on third.
26. And that's exactly why the Ravens drafted him, added him to their stable after drafting Hayden Hurst in the first round. A second tight end who can catch the football. He looks like a guy who's going to line up on the line of scrimmage and mash you in the running game as a blocker. But his best attributes, splitting out, catching the football almost as an extra wide receiver.
Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident and keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
There to make the tackle, Samson Abuka. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in what you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week. You must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
319! 319!
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. First touchdown on the year. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. It's caught outright by Graham. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara finding some room at midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a 1st down. Alvin Kamara really settling into the league in his 2nd season. And, of course, he came out of Tennessee, but not a lot of people remember he started at Alabama.
He did and got caught in that big mix of running backs at Bama. And they like those bigger, thicker runners, as guys who can break down defenses through the middle. Alvin Kamara ended up leaving Alabama, going to a junior college for a while. I believe he went to Hutchinson Junior College before matriculating at Tennessee and finding his way to the NFL, where he is now a star. When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Again, this is Kamara. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid that play.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. This complete left side to Aguilar. Methodical drive. This is turning out to be that time 9 yards, and the sticks move again.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker, was the one disrupting there defensively.
It's not often that you get 19-year-olds that enter the NFL, but this guy is absolutely special. Tremaine Edmonds out of Virginia Tech, 6'4", 250-plus pounds, can run like a deer. We just saw his ability to flash and make plays.
His brother Terrell also taken the first round. First set of brothers taken in the first round of the same draft in NFL history. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Nelson Aguilar, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are in for 6. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. I always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Miller with first down and more. It's a pickup of 16 there that'll lead to a new set of downs.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
They keep it with Miller on first down. A nice move he had, but can't break away. And he's brought down just inside the 30. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Rodgers now on first down. They'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
319.
Here's Rodgers. And it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. If you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down.
Hey, we got 4 down.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Taylor. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. They go play action here on 1st down. Being chased out left. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Now it's Taylor. And now another one thrown incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
And Crosby puts it through, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Now Jones. And now running right through it. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. 13 seconds, the time remaining in the half as they come up on 1st down.
319.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So I'm waltzing down Main Street, got an umbrella, just a torrential downpour, and I look over, and this guy's stone-faced wearing a poncho that says, "Don't rain on my parade," and he is just angry. And we got to go. I'll tell you the rest later. Here we go, 3rd quarter. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. That good for 19 and a first down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Vincent Ray in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Well, enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Meanwhile, a throw by Taylor is incomplete. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass would go from incomplete to complete.
To throw is Taylor. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 3 on the play, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They'll run for it. This is Murray. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Another stop on 3rd down, and this defense still hasn't allowed a touchdown to this point.
And Crosby puts it through. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game. Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Throwing is Rodgers. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Fuller. And he's taken down inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Trying the left side with Kamara. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Now Rodgers to the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. DJ Reader in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. And Hopkins' kick is good. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the 4th quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run forward with a fullback, Sherman. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
And yes, everyone, that was the fullback carrying the football. I know it's a dying breed, it's a dying position for a lot of people, but I still think it's valuable and important, especially one who can carry the ball.
And you need short yardage. What makes sense? Go to a big body, let him plow forward just like he did there.
It's still a big man's game.
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On first down, Murray fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Z. 2 jet.
On 2nd down, here's Taylor. He's going to sling this deep downfield, and he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Right back to him on first down. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
He'll look to throw, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
Ready. 3-19.
He's back to throw. He hits right, complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Nice, well-coached, a team that understands what's going on. They still have time to work the middle of the field as they just did there.
They come out here in the I.
Slow. Check it back.
They'll try to run it in with Murray. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Crosby on now to kick it away. Now Jones. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Aaron Rodgers, he's getting ready to go again here on offense. This is something we've seen many times over the course of his career. Can he pull off another 4th quarter comeback?
It's very strange, isn't it? Because when it's a player of this magnitude, even though the guys on defense have the lead and are sitting in the best spot, they're maybe the most nervous people in the stadium because they've seen this happen to too many people before, too many teams. They've got to find a way to shut him down.
Here we go again for the grizzled vet. Back to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. 2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough, and these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
And he goes out of bounds, it looks like right at the 50. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up a third down. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go to the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. 4 seconds to go. This would send us to overtime. And no, wide left. It's no good. And a tough finish to this one. So 3 points, the deciding margin. And the kick no good at the end that could have sent us to overtime. And while it was a decently long kick, you know, we've almost gotten to the point with these kickers these days. Anything inside 60, we just expect them to make it. But that was a tough pressure kick.
I love how you brought that up, though. That is so true because the kickers have almost done themselves a disservice by being so good. Exactly right. And when they do miss it, I'm not sure we give enough gravity to the idea of, you know, that's a really long kick in a difficult situation, folks. Tough attempt, and he missed.
So for the Seahawks, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. They will hit the road next week for a date with the Oakland Raiders. Meanwhile, for L.A., the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos.
Sounds like I see it in that. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that, yeah. You from the back of the. I got a girl, Brad. Yeah. She go to battle. LAD logo the tag. Yeah. I go in back of the.